Welcome to your Chordal lesson of the week. This week I want to talk about appoggiaturas. I hope I'm saying it right. But basically an appoggiatura is a grace note, an outside note that you play with your chord, and then that grace note resolves into a degree of that particular chord. If you have watched all of my ambient sketches videos, you have recognized the melody to my ambient sketch number 5 that I played in the intro of that video, and it's because the second chord of that song really shows you what an appoggiatura is. So it starts like this, and then so basically I'm playing a C major spread triad and I introduce my appoggiatura on top of that chord when it first appears. So that note really wants to resolve. So when you put appoggiaturas on your chord progressions, you really put an extra expressivity onto your progressions and more movements and melodies inside of them. There are many ways that you can implement them into your chord progressions. You can pick outside notes that are on top or below of any of the degree of your chords. So you could pick a second interval that resolves to the root, or a second interval that resolves to the third. You could do the same thing with the fourth. You could pick a fourth that resolves to the third, or a fourth that resolves to the fifth. You could pick a sixth that resolves to the fifth. So you get the point. You have two ways that you can resolve your notes. But you have to dose how much you want to incorporate into your progressions, because it can easily become too much icing on the cake, you know? So if I was to play my song like this, you know, it becomes just a little bit too much and you lose the aspects of the melodies. So you have to incorporate them in small doses just to add more expressivity. But in some contexts, it can work if the appoggiatura is shared on all the common notes between the chords. Here's an example. In that case, it worked really well because the resolution of the chord became the appoggiatura of the next one. So it flowed a little bit more than just putting appoggiaturas just for the sake of it. Of course, it only works if you stay in the same key of your song. You cannot put some appoggiaturas on some random notes like this. It depends always on the context, but sometimes it's just a little bit too much. So you have to stay in the same key in order for that trick to work. Thanks for watching my lesson every Wednesdays, guys. It's been a blast so far. So click on the links as always on the screen and tell me in the comment section, what do you want to learn with chords? I have many ideas for lessons, but I always want to hear your input. So tell me what you would want to learn in the comment section, and until next time, au revoir.